All right, we made it to Nice. Couple days here, we'll figure out where to go.
So we spent 4 nights and 5 days exploring Nice, France. Easily one of the most famous regions in France beside Paris. So we had high expectations, but I definitely feel like Nice, France won't be for everyone. We started our day getting a lay of the land. We got a place to stay right in Old Town Nice, which was beautiful. The streets, the atmosphere, and businesses really do make Old Town Nice one of the highlights of the city. Eventually, we found ourselves.
All right, so we're at the port of Nice here. Just mega yachts all over the place, but I think we're gonna climb up the most famous hill. They got a really good lookout up here. We'll see it. Overlooks Nice, should be good. Uh-oh, way up there. Gave up on the hill, too far, settled for this viewpoint.
So from the port of Nice, we slowly walked around Castle Hill, enjoyed the multiple viewpoints of the Mediterranean Sea, and it had been a fairly relaxing day. We stumbled across
the Nice sign.
But without a question, the highlight was the famous turquoise blue sparkling off the water. You can see why so many people have fallen in love with Nice from that. From there, we knew we had to climb Castle Hill and get a view from the top.
Oh no, I swear we're going up the loser way. I swear I seen there was an elevator somewhere.
So there is an elevator you can take to get to the top of Castle Hill, but we couldn't find it. Either way, the climb to the top isn't as daunting as it looks, and it's definitely somewhere you'll end up visiting while in Nice, France. It's a lovely park in the middle of Nice. It has multiple viewpoints at the top of the whole city, the ocean, and there's even a waterfall feature you can walk up to. There's also an archaeological site of what I believe is an old church, but I could be mistaken. You have to double check it for me and let me know.
Come on, let's go.
No.
But check out the sign.
That pretty much marked our first of 5 days in Nice, France.
All right, our second day in Nice, France. Big plans for today. Should be good.
So day 2, we had some big plans. I think the best feature of Nice, France is you can make it a home base and take day trips from the city, which there's a lot of options you can do. We hopped on the 602 bus from Nice and made our way up to the medieval village of Eze.
Woo! We made it to the village of Eze, just outside Nice, France. No, it looks really nice, and we're gonna head up to the medieval village. You can kind of see people up there now. Looks pretty neat.
The village of Eze sits atop a hill overlooking the ocean. It's quaint with narrow passageways and medieval houses. Unfortunately, we got there pretty early and most of the shops were still closed, but you can definitely get a lot of neat pictures as you wander around Eze. I'm warning you, this is a fairly touristy spot. I know it can get super crowded, but we happily spent 2 hours here, and it's worth checking out if you're on your way to where we were going next.
All right, that's the Eze village, and we just missed the bus, so we're heading down the hill here to the 100. It'll get us into Monaco. That's where we're heading next. But yeah, we're heading down, so that's not too bad. We're in Monaco because it's so expensive. We got the best breakfast ever. Lunch.
It's lunch.
I feel like if you are in Nice, France for the first time, one of the obvious day trips to make is Monaco. It's one of the wealthiest countries in the world. It's one of the smallest countries in the world. And because of that, the city is super clean and dense. Just walking from one end of the country to the other end is super doable. We sort of randomly got off the bus to explore without anywhere in mind, but eventually decided to walk up to the Prince's Palace of Monaco. at the top of the hill, which we were told had some great views and things to do.
Ooh, this viewpoint better be worth it.
So the Palace of Monaco is only open 6 months of the year, which I totally understand. I wouldn't want strangers wandering around my house either. But yeah, I don't think I would have found it that interesting anyways. Although we did enjoy ourselves up here. There's beautiful pathways that lead you around the cliff, which we enjoyed. After we came back down, I really wanted to check out the famous Monaco Casino.
What? Are you gonna gamble?
I'm gonna get some money out of the founder first.
So day 3 started a little strange. The entire city went on strike. Just a little organized chaos in Nice, France. So we quickly had to change our plans. We decided to explore more in Nice and found ourselves here.
Woo. So today's been a pretty chill day. Nowhere else to do it other than the church. Yeah, very Russian this one. Not sure the name of it or anything like that, but looks very unique. A lot different from the other ones we've seen.
I feel like there's a story behind this, but I don't know what it is. This is the Cathedral St. Nicholas of Nice, a Russian Orthodox church. It was super colorful and a nice change from the usual churches you'll find around here. Far from the city, but that's what we were hoping to find.
Nice little gelato in the park. Woo! Oh, this is so good. Yeah, after gelato, we just kind of wandered around Nice. Super big, lots of architecture, lots of retail stores, lots of shopping. Yeah, so we spent a good amount of time just roaming the streets, and now we're off on the next day here to, I'm not sure yet. We're gonna take the tram, take some buses, see where we end up. Woo! All right, so we were gonna take a day trip from Nice to Cannes, but wow, that 200, the 620 bus, whatever it is, it takes like 2 hours to get there, so we only made it halfway. Had to get off that thing. It stops everywhere. So we're in Antigua, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, we're gonna explore this town, see what's got to offer, and see what happens.
So I'm almost positive we took the wrong bus from Nice to Cannes because this public bus stopped everywhere. Honestly, an hour on this bus and only halfway there, we decided to get off in the town of Antibes. We had actually heard good things about Antibes, so since the bus was already there, we decided to get off and explore. It's a neat seaside town, more shopping, food, and exploring.
So I guess we'll check this place out. Another museum, here we come.
So I think the most famous thing to do in Antibes is a visit to the Picasso Museum. Pablo Picasso was a famous artist in the early mid-1900s who spent most of his adult life living in France.
Whew. So that's our adventure in the Picasso Museum here. What'd you think?
So 5 days in Nice, France goes by quick. It's not a bad destination to make as a home base, but it's definitely touristy, and it feels like it's lacking something. I can say all the small, unique towns nearby is definitely why I'll be back again. So many day trips I missed. That, and I feel like winter might be less magical than summer in Nice.
All right, what a weird building this is.